All right, in this video, we'll be looking at the top 5 suburbs to live in the Portland area, not according to me, but according to residents living there who leave their opinions on niche.com. We're gonna see how residents rate these areas on schools, housing, whether or not it's good for families, nightlife, and more. And so according to niche.com, the number 5 suburb in Portland is this one right here. West Linn, Oregon is a city of around 27,000, situated right along the Willamette River, just 15 minutes south of Portland. West Linn is known for its top-rated public schools, its incredible homes from basically any era you could want, as well as a quaint and lovely downtown area with lots of spots to eat and shop and run errands. West Linn consistently attracts families who value education and community, as well as peace and quiet. You're far enough away from the center of Portland to feel like you're in, well, the suburbs, but close enough to easily get into town for anything you might need. West Linn is just an absolutely beautiful place to live. Like most places in the Portland metro area, it's an outdoor lover's paradise with numerous parks like Mary S. Young Park and Willamette Park, which is where I am now. Residents can enjoy hiking, biking, and beautiful river views, which honestly makes this one of the most awesome places to live in the whole Portland metro area. One of the beautiful things about Portland in general that I really didn't know before I moved here is that the city itself is divided by a river. So there's some nice riverfront parks in Portland proper. Selwood is one of my favorites, but West Linn kind of takes it to the next level with how nice it is here. These green spaces are perfect for everything from weekend picnics to daily jogs or just getting out of the house to clear your head like I know we all need every now and again. Downtown West Linn, which is where I was before, adds the charm with its variety of local shops, cafes, and restaurants. And it's the kind of place where you can grab a coffee at a family-owned cafe, browse boutique stores, have dinner at a cozy restaurant or at a food cart pod, all without really leaving town. The area gives vibes of a small town while offering basically any of the conveniences you need within reach. You'll most likely need a car if you're living in West Linn, but that's going to be consistent with pretty much any of these suburbs in this video. So when it comes to housing, West Linn offers a mix of options from modern townhomes to sprawling single-family homes, as well as a few condo buildings. Now, while housing costs are on the higher side compared to other Portland suburbs with a median home price of $775,000, many find the investment worthwhile for the quality of life here. The neighborhoods are full of very well-maintained homes, and there's a strong sense of community. Commuting from West Linn is relatively easy whether you're heading into Portland for work or exploring the surrounding areas. The city's location provides quick access to major highways, the 5, or make sure you call it I-5 if you want people to think you're a local, making it a convenient home base if you need to commute up to Portland or even perhaps down to Salem, which is just about 45 minutes away. Now, before I get into this next suburb, which is debatably one of the most prestigious in all of Oregon, if you're watching this video because you're scheming your move to the Portland metro and you plan to buy a home when you get here, or even before you get here, which is what some of my clients end up doing, I would absolutely love to help with that and discuss with you ways I help my clients relocate from anywhere in the region, state, country, world, or really the known universe. You'll find all my contact information right down below this video, so make sure you get in touch in whatever way is most convenient for you, whether that's call, text, email, or my personal favorite, scheduling a Zoom call. Bonus points if you send a carrier pigeon, fax, or smoke signals. No guarantees I'll get the message if you use the last one there, but at any rate, reach out today regardless of whether you're moving in the very near or somewhat distant future. Looking forward to hearing from you. Number 4 on the niche list is Lake Oswego. So Lake Oswego is definitely one of the more, if not the most upscale areas in the Portland metro. If West Linn is the princess of the Portland metro area, then I'd say Lake Oswego is the queen. The homes here are beautiful, the streets are tree-lined, and the whole place has a really polished, almost resort-like feel, especially when you consider the fact that the entire lake is private access only for residents of Lake Oswego. But as you can probably guess, that level of charm comes with a price tag. The cost of living here is high, especially when it comes to real estate. Homes are not cheap to buy here, and even renting will cost you more than other parts of the Portland metro area. That said, you're paying for peace, quality schools, and a great overall environment. I mean, look at this place. There's just a bike path right here, or a walking path right along the lake. One thing I love about Lake Oswego is the variety in neighborhoods. You've got spots that are super walkable with little coffee shops and restaurants close by, and other areas that are much more quieter, more residential, and spread out and private. It really depends on what you're after. If you're someone who likes to walk to your favorite cafe or hit up local farmers markets, you can find neighborhoods close to the downtown area such as First Edition, Evergreen, or Lakewood. But if you prefer a more peaceful suburban vibe with homes set back from the road and more green space, then there's more sprawling and forested neighborhoods such as River Grove, Mount Park, or Upland. There's also, of course, some of the most exclusive properties in the entire state, with many lakefront properties as well. Like, here's one right here behind me. Like right here, all of these are lakefront properties back there. Like all the other suburbs in this video, driving is still pretty essential here. Even in the more walkable parts, you'll likely need a car for most errands or just to get into Portland. But the good news is that Lake Oswego isn't too far from downtown Portland. We're only about a 20 to 30 minute drive into Portland from where I'm standing now, depending on traffic. It's close enough to feel connected to the city, but far enough away to have that quieter small town feel if that's what you're after. That said, if you enjoy a town with a great happening nightlife, Lake Oswego is probably not going to be for you, or really any of these places, to be honest. This is a video about suburbs of Portland, which aren't necessarily known for their nightlife, but the good news is that you're still pretty close to Portland if you want to get into town to check out a show or meet up with some friends perhaps. When it comes to amenities, Lake Oswego is packed though. There are plenty of parks, trails, and outdoor spaces, especially around the lake itself. If you're into water activities like kayaking or paddleboarding, this place will definitely appeal to you. As long as you are a resident to the city of Lake Oswego, you'd have access to the public swim park there, and if you're lucky, you may also have a lake easement. Remember, the lake is private for Lake Oswego residents only, so if you live close to the lake, you have what's called a lake easement, which will give you access to a specific part of the lake near your house. One of the big selling points for families is the school system. Lake Oswego's schools are consistently ranked among the best in the state, which is a huge draw for people moving here with kids. The community really values education, and it shows in the quality of the schools and the resources available. If you're looking for a home in Lake Oswego, prepare to fork out a good chunk of change, as the median home price is around 1.1 million. But depending on the neighborhood, you can find a decent house for 600,000 to 700,000, or go on up to 5 to 8 to 10 million if you want a lakefront property. So these first two suburbs we talked about were in Clackamas County, but for the remainder of the video, we're going to be in Washington County. Right now, I'm in Cedar Hills, which is located just west of Portland proper. It's nestled between Beaverton and the Portland city limits, giving you a nice balance of suburban and calm and city convenience. It's really close to downtown Beaverton and only about a 15 to 20 minute drive to downtown Portland, depending on traffic, of course. That makes this area great for commuters who want to avoid the more urban lifestyle while still staying close to work or the city action. Now, obviously, I'm walking through a residential neighborhood, so let's talk homes. Cedar Hills has a really interesting mix of housing types. You'll find a lot of mid-century homes built between the 1950s and 70s, many of them with that classic ranch style with large windows, single story, big yards, as you can see in this neighborhood I'm walking through now. There's also a growing number of newer construction, mostly in the form of townhouses and some higher-end single-family homes, so you can find a range of styles and prices depending on what you're looking for. As for prices, Cedar Hills is still relatively affordable compared to parts of Portland, but like most of the metro area, prices have been climbing. The median home price in Cedar Hills is right around $580,000, but many homes are selling in the $600 to $700 range too. One of the most appealing things about this neighborhood is the abundance of single-level homes. As you can see, pretty much every house on this street is one level, which is going to be appealing to a lot of different types of home buyers. Now, living in Cedar Hills comes with a lot of perks. You've got plenty of shopping options with the nearby Cedar Hills crossing, which is where I am now. Has everything from a movie theater to restaurants to grocery stores to big name stores like REI to medical care and bookstores and fast food. Now, that neighborhood I was just in is literally a 2-minute drive from where I'm standing now. So if you're the type of person seeking a quiet neighborhood to live in with a nearby shopping area that can meet nearly every single one of your daily needs, as far as errands go, Cedar Hills should be very high on your list. As far as food, you'll find some great local spots, plus you're just minutes away from Beaverton's ever-growing food scene, which includes an abundance of Asian cuisine and many other local Portland staples. Like right now I'm seeing a Moberry, which is a smoothie place. There's a Bamboo Sushi right over there. And then there's other spots like the Banfield Pet Hospital. Got the Gleamery for your teeth whitening needs. There's even a Shake Shack. There's urgent care, cinnamon rolls, pretty much everything you could ever need is right here at Cedar Hills Crossing. It's also worth mentioning that if you are looking to start a family or if you already have a family, Cedar Hills is part of the renowned Beaverton School District, which is also one of the best in the state. One thing Cedar Hills isn't short on is parks and outdoor spaces. You've got the massive Commonwealth Lake Park, which is where I am now, perfect for walking, biking, or just relaxing by the water. There's even people fishing back there. Cedar Hills also sits near the Tualatin Hills Nature Park, giving you access to miles of trails and natural beauty. Whether you're into outdoor activities or just want a peaceful place to unwind, there's no shortage of green space to do that here in the Cedar Hills area. So before we move on, let's look at some of the pros and cons of Cedar Hills overall. On the plus side, you get a suburban feel while still being almost as close to Portland as you can get without being in Portland proper. And you're basically in Beaverton almost. You have great and very accessible amenities and a wide range of home styles to choose from. Right here on the border of the park, I'm seeing a lot of 2-story or split level homes. So it's not just the single level homes that I was talking about before. On the downside, prices are going up, but that's consistent almost everywhere in the Portland metro. As far as this video goes, it's probably one of the most affordable suburbs that I'm going to mention. And again, like other places in the video, it's going to be much more car dependent and less easy to get around on foot, but dang, look at this place. So we don't need to travel far for the number 2 suburb on our list today. Not to be confused with Cedar Hills, Cedar Mill is located also in Washington County. It's actually situated just to the north of Cedar Hills, kind of right on the edge of Beaverton and close to the border of Multnomah County. So you've got quick access to both Beaverton amenities and the city of Portland. When it comes to the homes here, Cedar Mill has a great variety. You'll see a lot of traditional single family homes here, many of them built in the 70s and 80s with those classic suburban designs. Think spacious yards, tree-lined streets, and very high quality construction. You'll also find newer construction, especially in the form of larger, higher end homes in new developments. Now, despite its close proximity to Cedar Hills, Cedar Mill is definitely considerably more expensive than some of the other nearby suburbs. The median home price here is $869,000, depending on the age and the size of the home. And just take a look at some of these beautiful houses here on this street. So while it's higher end on the spectrum, the community and location make it a great and solid choice to live if you can afford it. Living in Cedar Mill means you get all the perks of suburban life with some nice amenities close by. You've got easy access to the Cedar Mill Town Center for your shopping needs, and you're only a short drive away from Cedar Hills Crossing. If you're into outdoor activities, you'll love it here. Cedar Mill is close to the expansive forest park, one of the largest urban forests in the country, perfect for hiking, biking, and just getting away from it all. It also is really close to Highway 26, which leads into the heart of Portland or the Columbia River Gorge, and of course to the beautiful Oregon coast if you head to the west. Another big draw for Cedar Mill is the schools. Like Cedar Hills, it's the part of the highly rated Beaverton School District with schools like Cedar Mill Elementary, Sunset High School, which are well regarded in the Beaverton School District. Also, the community vibe is definitely very family friendly, and look how quiet the streets are here. And before we move on to the #1 suburb based on niche.com, I just wanted to show you this little nook right here of new construction houses. That's pretty cool. Check it out. And finally, according to niche.com, we're here in Bethany as the best rated suburb in Portland, near Portland, in the Portland metro area. Whether you're all about the community feel or looking for the top tier amenities, Bethany seems to kind of check all the boxes. So I kind of see why people love to live here. It's super quiet, has the small town vibe with all the perks of being close to the major city. It's in Washington County, only about 20 minutes from downtown Portland, which means similar to these other suburbs we've covered, you get the best of both worlds. A quieter suburban lifestyle, but still close enough to commute or head into the city for work or fun. Plus, Bethany's schools are top-notch. Some of the residents on niche.com complained about overcrowding recently, but the public schools here are still a major draw for the families of Bethany. Also, the Bethany Village Shopping Center is a central hub where you'll find everything from grocery stores to local cafes, fitness centers, and even some cozy dining spots. One of the things you'll notice about Bethany is the age of homes. They're relatively young compared to houses in the Portland proper. A lot of these houses in the neighborhood that I'm walking around in here look like they're built in the late 1990s, maybe early 2000s. And as you drive around Bethany, you'll notice a lot of different developments, many different communities that have sprung up over the last several decades. So if you're into the outdoors, you're going to love the numerous parks and trails here in Bethany. The Bethany Lake Park is perfect for a weekend walk or some fishing, and there's also the Rock Creek Trail. So whether you're a cyclist, a jogger, or just someone who loves a good picnic, Bethany's got a park for that. I did want to talk about the homes again so there's so many newer developments popping up. You'll find everything from townhomes to single family houses, and a lot of them have that polished new construction look around here. Townhomes in Bethany typically start in the 500,000s to 600,000s. Single family homes are more in the range of 700 to over $1 million, depending on the size, age, and location within Bethany. So it's definitely one of the pricier suburbs, but many residents say the sense of community and quality of life makes it worth the investment. Overall, Bethany offers an amazing balance of livability, amenities, and community feel. It's no wonder so many people call it their favorite suburb. So if you're looking for that perfect place to blend suburban living with modern convenience, Bethany might be your spot. But if you are still not convinced, maybe the suburbs just aren't a good fit, in which case I did a video kind of like this, but touring around 20 different neighborhoods all around Portland proper. So click here if you want to watch that video next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you over there.